passes to him to do that.
As they said to us in the week, you do not want number 32 loose in your secondary. Allen over the left side by Dave Butts after a couple.
There's big Dave Butts. He'll fill up a screen on you, won't he? He'll also fill up the middle of that line. You know, he and Darryl Grant, that's why they're so good against the run, the Redskins, because they really play strong in the middle. Look, boom, they just take that guard on both of them, plug up that middle, and there's no place to go. You see Butts right there, boom, right down the line.
Plunkett back to throw on second down. Looking, can't find anybody. Finally, thought he had Todd Christensen. Ken Coffey came over at the last second to slap it away from Todd.
It was a good play by Ken Coffey. He really closed. Now watch him right here. Christensen slipped a little as he starts to come on the end, and that gave Coffey the little chance to get in there. That was very close to an interception.
Ken Coffey was around last year, but on injured reserve, so really he's a rookie. It'll be third and long. Barnwell and Branch come to the right side this time. Plunkett to Kenny King. King slips one tackle, doesn't get the first down. He's at the 35, and Ray Guy will come on to the scene. Darrell Green made the stop. Redskin defensive unit yields a first down, but then they do their job.
I think Darrell Green today is going to make a lot of stops. He just seems to be all over that field in this Redskin defense.
Nick Giaquinto back to return the punt by himself for Washington. They decided at the last minute this week not to activate the dangerous Mike Nelms, so Giaquinto gets the job. It's a tough job in this win, too. Ray Guy. Good kick by Guy. Giaquinto circles and signals for a fair catch. It almost got away from him. Good kick by Guy. 48 yards off the toe of Ray Guy, and no return, so a 48-yard net. And the Raiders will take that as often as they have to punt. 0-0 in Super Bowl 18. Pat Summerall with John Madden. First quarter, Redskins' first offensive play. John Riggins is starting. From their own 19, it's Brown in motion. Riggins gets the handoff. Riggins gets maybe two. And already there's some shuffling and struggling and mashing going on. It's a word that's been used a few times this week. Who's going to intimidate whom? The Washington Redskin offensive backs and receivers. Theismann, John Riggins, the lone running back. The H-back is Ricky Walker. Monk, Brown, and Warren. Up front, the Hogs, Jacoby, Grimm, Bostic, May, and Stark. Brown out wide to the left, and Monk split wide to the right. Theismann on the counter play. And Riggins barrels into the Raiders secondary. About a yard shy of the first down. Completing the lineups, front three for the Raiders. Long and Alzado the ends, and the nose man, the middle guard, Reggie Kinlaw. Hendricks, Millen, Nelson, and Martin, a fine group of linebackers. The secondary as good as there is. Hayes, Haynes, Davis, and McElroy. Third and short. Redskins go with three tight ends. That's Otis Wansley who moved, but it'll be Riggins who carries. Don't think he got it. Bob Nelson made the first contact against Riggins.
As we see Joe Gibbs there, I guarantee if they didn't get it, he's not going to go for it here on fourth down.
They didn't get it.
Yeah, that's one of those old right foot, left foot deals. You know, where do they spot that ball? How do they know where to spot it? They just throw a foot down there, and that's where it is.
As I look at it a little bit more, they might have gotten it.
Raw eyes, it looks like they did get it.
Raw eyes, they did get it.
Good spot.
First down for Joe Gibbs. Not for Flory. Redskins have the ball their own 29-yard line. The Raiders got a first down and then had to punt their first possession. Redskins now have gotten their first down. Riggins behind Theismann. Monk in motion. Theismann will throw. Almost picked off. Intended for Monk. Mike Haynes was all over him.
You know, I don't think that's what the Raiders intended to do on defense, Pat. Mike Haynes was out there. Someone was trying to run across the field with Monk. Didn't get there. Haynes just stood there and said, here comes something. I may get it going that way. Here's Rod Martin coming close to an interception. You know, they had a lot of shifting and motion and movement. I think they fell into pretty good defense there.
Now the Raiders make some defensive changes. Alzado and Millen come out along with Hendricks, and they go now with a three-man front, but a different group. Theismann going upfield for Charlie Brown. No, for Monk, I'm sorry. And Haynes was right with him again.
I think it's interesting here what the Redskins are doing. Usually Charlie Brown is on the left and Monk on the right. So maybe they're trying to get Monk on Haynes because he's bigger and try and get Charlie Brown on the right over there to go against Lester Hayes.
That brings up a 3rd and 10 situation. Well, let's see if Riggins stayed in the game or if we'll see Joe Washington. It's Washington along with Giaquinto. This is Monk moving. Haynes coming with him. Theismann going after it again. To Monk. Haynes with 3 outstanding defensive plays. They moved a lot, but they confused very little.
It's interesting to see what they're trying to do here early. You know, who do you pick on those Raider corners? Do you go against Mike Haynes? He's an all-pro. Or do you go to the other side against Lester Hayes? Looks like early they've chosen Mike Haynes.
Jeff Hayes back to kick. Greg Pruitt back deep. Last time they played, Pruitt had a big day. When he came up, he ran the 40 and 4.5. He still runs it in 4.6, and he's been hit a lot of times. Hayes goes up after it. Hayes has it blocked. Touchdown Raiders. I believe it was number 31, Derek Jensen, who did the blocking. It must have been.
We talk about offense, defense, and all the matchups and the great players. And then this whole thing could be boiled down to special teams. It started that way. And that was Derek Jensen who blocked that punt. It looked like he came inside, and he was right in Jeff Hayes' face.
David Humm holding. Barr for the extra point. Right down the middle. It's 7-0 in favor of the Raiders. Let's see where he came from.
I think he came up the middle, Pat. Let's see if we can see it here. He's number 31, Derek Jensen. He's the special teams captain of the Raiders. We see him coming right up the middle. That's the place to block a punt. You don't punt it, you don't block it where he lines up. You block it about 5 yards in front. That's right where Derek Jensen was.
The touchdown goes to Lester Hayes. He made the recovery.
There's Derek Jensen. He got in the middle and he got up there. He blocked it with his right hand. He got at the highest point. And of course, there's Lester Hayes making a touchdown.
So the Raiders get it into the end zone first. Block punt by Jensen, a recovery by Hayes, and they lead 7-0.
Let's watch that punt block one more time. Here's Derek Jensen right here against Otis Wansley right here. Now he's going to take it inside.